How would you like to get my husband Gogan out of hot water? Believe me, he'll need all the help he can get to worm his way out of this one. To think he'd fall for the gang's scheme, ugh, I could kill him. I'm sorry, I'm rambling, and you look confused. Let me explain. The women in the gang use their wiles to lure men out to some remote location and rob them blind. It's been going on for some time now. The city guard hasn't done very much about it, because frankly, the men who are robbed are so embarrassed, they don't want to report it. Take, for example, that good-for-nothing husband of mine, Gogan. He cared more about their charms than my own. When Gogan was, with the women, they took something quite valuable from him. No, it's not what you're thinking. He was carrying a precious family heirloom with him when he was lured out to their lair. It was a small ring given to him on our wedding day. The ring belonged to my mother and has been in the family for generations. I'm willing to give you all the money I have to get it back. 100 gold. Can you help us? Thank you. I'm afraid I can't offer you much help, but I'll do what I can. All I can tell you is that the best place to start is at the Flowing Bowl. It's a tavern located outside the city walls near the waterfront. Gogan may be able to give you more information beyond that. I like eating at the Flowing Bowl. Mainlorn runs a quality inn. The Flowing Bowl attracts the worst Anvil has to offer. Always be on your guard.
Good afternoon.
Hi.
What?
Hello there.
What's new with you?
Black Marsh has become...
How do you do? Welcome to the Flowing Bowl. I'm Mainlorn. My twin's name is Canelorn. How to tell us apart? I'm in brown. He's in blue. Simple, really.
A terrible crime. Everyone in the chapel murdered. Who could have done such a thing, and why?
We're all wondering when more of those evil gates are going to open. I'd leave town if I dared. I don't know where he came from. Just appeared outside the chapel a day or so after the attacks. Been there ever since.
Captain Dougal's rumored treasure has to be true. I wonder if the first Count of Anvil found it.
We'll see. You're wasting your breath. Really now, you're such a charmer. Well done. You're revolting. Get away from me. That's just talk. Please. I'm embarrassed, but remarkable.
Captain Dougal's rumored treasure has to be...
Go ahead. You're revolting. I wish I could say that. No, you do me too much honor. You can't scare me. Goodness, what can I say? Oh, please. That's foul. Really? Interesting. We're all wondering when more of those evil gates are going.
A terrible crime.
Blasted thief. I hope they string him up when they. I don't know where he came from. Just the people.
Captain Dougal's rumored treasure.
May I interest you in some of my fine wares? Take care.
Well met.
Captain Dougal's
Go
rumored
ahead.
treasure has to be true.
It's you.
I wonder if the first Count of Anvil found it.
Ah, good day.
Farewell.
I'm Krognak Robrock, landsman, and I don't much care who you are. We're all wondering when more of those evil gates are gonna open. I'd leave town if I dared. Farewell.
Go ahead.
Hail.
Oh. Hello.
Good to see you.
What's going on with you?
Well met.
They say syndicates of wizards have led a
I ran
boycott
into
of
some
imperial
goblins
goods in
in
the
the
land of
woods
the
not long
Optimum.
ago.
It seems
Nasty
Somerset
little
Isle has
beasts.
become a much more
Disgusting
dangerous
creatures.
Safe
I
travels.
hope to never see another.
Safe travel.
Goodbye.
place. How are you?
What do you want? I see my wife couldn't keep a big mouth shut. Yes, it's true. I lost the family ring to those sirens. I'm ashamed about the whole incident, but not ashamed enough to ask for your help. I was sitting in the flowing bowl when the most fetching Nord woman you've ever seen walked in with an equally attractive Imperial woman following. After we exchanged words, I followed them out to a farmhouse. Inside, they asked me to remove my clothes and items. Well, I did. And then suddenly they brandished weapons and robbed me. They sent me away with barely a stitch of clothing. Harlots. Just please, help me get that ring back. I want to save what's left of my marriage. Good news from Kvatch for a change. The last of the Deirdre have been driven out. I'm merely a man. How could I resist? What a mess I've gotten myself into.
Good evening.
I see you. Hello.
You hear about Gogan? A gang of thieves is running a...
Talk to Faustina.
She's got a proposition for you.
Never seen you here before. You look like you can handle yourself in a fight. And I'm sure you wouldn't mind making a little extra money. I've put together a gang. We make money by luring fools out to the middle of nowhere and robbing them blind. Our targets, weak-willed men who are easily fooled into believing they will have their way with us. Oh, men are so gullible. I'll leave the decision up to you. If you want to join up, meet us at the Gredden farmhouse around 11 in the evening. I'll mark it on your map. Oh, and one more thing. If you breathe a word of this to the city guard, you won't live long enough to get whatever reward they're offering. He's a blessing on this town. The only one to have made any sense out of the terrible tragedy at the chapel. He preaches every day outside the chapel. Go and listen. You'll see. Remember, 11 in the evening.
Have you heard? Be nice to get another pretty face in the gang. Hope to see you there. Be nice to have someone
I
else
have heard that
to
the
do
great houses of Morrowind are in
dirty
upheaval.
work.
Indoril is... in ruins.
Hello.
Morrowind has always been a troubling place. It seems it is more so now.
See you.
Goodbye. I see you decided to take us up on. Here's how it. Then, when he. So. Well, that's. But why? Damn, I should. Okay! You're outmatched, elf.
I fought mud crabs more fearsome than you.
What's the matter, getting tired? What's the matter, getting tired?
Outmatched, elf. You elves are all the same. All flesh and no fury. Why won't you die?
We had a feeling you'd be surprised when you saw us in our real uniforms. I see you have a puzzled look on your face. Ask away. Gogan and I are really members of the Anvil City Watch. I suppose you could say we work undercover. We've been trying to foil Faustina's gang for months now. Every time we tried to interview a man who was lured there, they refused to talk. The women in the gang picked married men to seduce for just that reason. It was decided the only way to stop this gang was to send in a stranger. You fit the bill perfectly. It's a shame it had to end in so much violence, but someone was bound to get hurt sooner or later. We'll clean up the mess. Don't concern yourself about it. I'm sure you had no choice. If you ever find yourself back in Anvil, stop by any time and say hello. Oh, and please say nothing to anyone about our true identities. You've done well, and here's the reward that I promised. Don't spend all the money from the reward in one place.
Got a lot to do here. We can talk later in Anvil.
Sorry, can't talk right now.
Got a lot to do here. We can talk later in Anvil.
Sorry.